All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back for yet another journey with the RnRGzrs show. I'm your host, Murph. And of course, helping me along the way always is my co host, Doc Vox. So, what do you say, Doc? How's it going, man?
Oh man, cool backdrop around this week, man. I'm digging that, man.
Les Pauls, yeah,
Yeah, the flying Les Pauls,
flying.
yeah. Sounds like maybe like a tight wire act. The flying Les Pauls, like the flying
Sounds
Melindas
good.
or
Sure
something. Yeah,
enough, man.
yeah.
Yeah. I got some pretty cool backdrops. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a few in here or there. But what's going on, man? It's been a crazy week.
Oh man, there is so much to get into. We couldn't even cover it all this week. We could have done a double show probably if we
Yeah.
really wanted to get into every story that came out. But before we get into all of that, I'd like to thank everybody that is watching our show, our YouTube channel, and listening to our podcast. And make it worthwhile doing. And so appreciative. Please tell a friend. And what is this, like dry January? I don't know if people actually participate in that, but if you're dry this month, you got nothing else to do, watch a geezer show. Why not? So, I got my cool new geezer shirt too. I may be
Good.
old, but I got to see all the cool bands shirt. So yeah, it's
Oh
kind of
boy. Okay,
yeah.
I gotta
Somebody got
show you mine.
somebody got me that for Christmas. So what do you got there?
It's the International Association of Haters. See, it's salt on the wounds. Yeah, see there? Yeah. Yeah. I'm a charter member, man. No, but boy, oh boy, what you're right though. We
I bet
had
those meetings would be wild.
geez, a lot of hate, a lot of hate. Hate, hate, hate,
Anyway,
hate.
so much going on. But before we get into that, I don't know if you saw this. We talk about bands and last original members and just one guy out there. Did you see we've lost another one?
Yeah, this one hits deep. This one hits because I saw this band, the original, many, quite a few times back in like 70, 71.
Yeah,
The
we're on the same
original,
page.
yeah. So, yeah, because we talked about Foreigner, how, they're basically a cover band now. And sure enough, REO Speedwagon is losing their last original member, Neil Doty, the keyboardist, who's been with,
Okay.
I remember him back in the day, back in 70, rocking and rolling with
So
them.
yeah, 50 plus years, man.
Yeah. It was him, Terry Luttrell on vocals, of
Right,
course,
right.
Gary Rick Rath, legendary. Jeez, yeah,
Greg Philbin started off on bass. Was he the original bassist?
that is correct,
Probably.
sir. That is
And
correct. Yeah,
drum was Alan Gratzer, I believe is his
good
name.
call.
He
Good
dropped
call.
out pretty early
Yeah.
on.
And so Neil was the last remaining one. Of course, Kevin, the original singer only lasted, Terry Luttrell only lasted one album. But that's the one that really, I hold close. And now here they go, they're going to be going out on tour again. And without the last original
Yeah,
member, Neil, he's been going at it for 50 years with
50
these
plus
cats.
years. Yeah, yeah,
52 years at least, probably
52
more than
years.
that,
Yeah,
actually. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I can't blame him, but here they go. They're going to stop touring either. I don't know which one. May have been Bruce Hall or one of them said, oh yeah, we're just going to keep marching. We're a touring band. We're going to keep going and going and
They
going.
are. They're constantly out there. I'll say that
Yeah,
for them.
yeah. So
We saw them last summer, and they were they rocked good. So yeah,
I
why
gotta
not?
imagine they're going to be
Yeah.
back there too this year. Which reminds me, they have yet to expand their schedule. The
Yeah.
uh, the deadline for the season long passes is come and gone, and it was a short one this year, and they've only got still the same 6 shows up there, but they're gonna do a
Oh
big
yeah.
drop. A big drop is coming.
Yeah, I
So
suspect probably about March. I think that's usually when a lot of the things are announced. So
yeah,
yeah,
well,
it'll be a little while. We'll be patient. We'll see as they get trickle out. We'll see.
yeah, it'll be exciting. It'll be cool. So REO Speedwagon, now they're down to nothing, no originals, and that's fine, I guess. Whatever. They're playing. They're able to play, and even at their age, more power to them, man. That ain't easy.
No, like I said, the show it was fine enough show. I had a good time.
Yeah, sure enough. Yeah. Speaking of having a good time, Journey. Hey, hi, Journey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh my
Boy,
God.
you know, it constantly evolves this day of our lives that we're seeing with the journey.
Little did we know when we were doing this and we brought up a little story. I can't remember, and it was just about Steve Perry, and they said, "Oh, and Neil Schon has said we're going to start peeling back the onion." And
Oh boy,
little did we know,
it
this
was a
was a rotten and rancid onion, man. And
yes,
now
yes.
we're getting to the heart of it, with each passing day, man. It's incredible.
This was not a flowering onion or whatever they call them
Yeah, the
things. No,
blooming onion.
blooming onion. Yes, this was not one of those. This was really something. They gosh, where do you start? Well, of course, oh, jeez.
We'll start with the good news. The good news is Steve Perry's dropping his suit.
Steve
So
Perry has dropped his suit. Yes, he
yeah,
has.
so there's
Over
good news
the
in the Journey
oh,
camp.
over the song trademarks,
Yeah,
and the problem is though, Sean and Kane, they're like 50-50. So I don't know where Perry fit into that situation, but he dropped it, and now it sounds like Sean's trying to sort of make you know, gesture. Yeah, now it's time for coffee or something like that. Maybe sit down with a cone, pal.
yeah. I think that bridge may be burnt, man. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
never say never, but I don't know. From what we've read and heard over the recent years, that seems pretty.
And of course, Perry has no interest at all with a reunion of any sorts. He
Right.
said something to the effect that oh wait, here we go. Here's a quote right here. Steve Perry talking about a possible reunion. I'm not sure that's possible without stirring up hopes of a reunion, Perry said. Please listen to me. I left the band 31 effing years ago, my friend. You can still love someone, but not want to work with them. And if they only love you because they want to work with you, that doesn't feel good to me. So they're never going to get back together.
No,
Perry and
no.
them, and more power to him. Boy, the vocals he laid down, the songs he put together with Neil are just I hear him ad nauseum. Everybody's got
Yeah, they'll be around. There's some of those songs, Don't Stop Believing, will be around in 100 years, I'm sure. They'll
yeah, of course, and and him and Kane, and now, and of course his Kane's wife, who for some reason was Donald Trump's spiritual advisor.
There
Oh
are
my
so many
goodness.
twists and turns in this story. Of course, eventually it was going to get to Trump. Somewhere along that winding road, it was going to pop up Donald Trump. But yeah,
Well,
Barry is.
that's what a lot of this started was because Jonathan Cade played a Journey song
Yeah,
at a
yeah,
Trump event
Mar-a-Lago.
at
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mar-a-Lago,
yeah, yeah.
and you can't do
Well,
that. You
not just
can't.
any Journey song. He played "Don't Stop Believing." That's the crown jewel, man.
Oh
That's the
boy, how dare
So
he?
yeah, that's
Gee, many creepers. And to get upset at that. If it was just that, okay. But apparently, what's been brewing underneath is coming to fruition now. Like you said, he's peeling back the onion, and he's saying that she had improper access to a checking account and all this, and without Sean's knowledge or consent, and just boy, it's just too bad. But that's not all, of course. Now I don't see how they can possibly play on a stage again, Sean.
yeah. I was talking about that last week. Remember, how could they even look each other in the eye after everything that's been said? And
Yeah.
now we get our answer.
Yeah, yeah. Neo Sean says fans will see Journey co-founder Greg Raleigh on the band's 50th anniversary tour. So I don't know if he's going to do the whole thing or if he's just going to do some fill-ins or whatever. But I gotta imagine they're probably gonna get him to do the whole darn thing because they don't want anything to do with Sean. Jeez. Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Or with Kane. So
remember a while back when they were kind of putting the tour together. It's their 50th year, and he kind of wanted Santana to kind of hop on the tour with them and stuff like that. Just kind of bring it full circle. And he talked about having Greg Rowley along, and he thought, yeah, it would just be guest appearances. But now with the way he's being with Kane, I got to see it as a full out replacement. They haven't said exactly,
no.
but
There's no way they can play. He's going to look over to the side of the stage and see Trump's spiritual advisor. He's going to go insane. So, riddance, man. Politics is like it's a infection. It really is just horrible. I wish they could just keep it out of the whole shebang. But man, oh man. Back in 2019, Raleigh told Rolling Stone magazine that he left Journey, quote, because I didn't like my life anymore. I said this a million times, and I know there's people that say that's not the reason, but I left because I was unhappy with what I was doing in my own life. I loved the management. Wait, I thought their management was a bunch of morons. I loved the music. Obviously.
They were nice guys. They could be nice guys still.
Yeah, behind the back though. Oof. I loved what we built. I just wasn't happy. So I had to blow the horn on it and just stop it. But, after this many years, I imagine, yeah, it's like, he's going to make so much money, and it's better than sitting at home, I imagine. So, and then he continued. Everyone thinks it was because Perry came in and started singing all the leads. My God, again, I was spread so thin with all these keyboard parts and singing leads.
Right,
It was a welcome sight to me. And he could sing like a bird. It wasn't too hard to figure out. I was never against it. So it sounds like, yeah, he's ready to make amends and get back in Journey.
Yeah, I always like the Evolution album where they had both of them. That's kind of where Perry was kind of getting more involved, and both of them were doing leads and different songs.
I can see him with all the keyboards and stuff. Yeah. Why not have a first-rate, top-notch lead singer out there? So,
you got Steve Perry, man. It's no brainer.
Yeah. But and who knows? Perry may show up at a few shows. I know he can't hit the high notes anymore, but who knows? Jiminy creepers.
Yeah, who cares?
And finally, Sean says, in terms of Jonathan Cain, nobody's going to dictate to me what I can and cannot do in regards to Journey. Well, he's 50% owner, so I can see a point there. But boy, what's next? What's going to happen next? I mean, wow. Is it going to be one of those deals where somebody comes on stage and attacks somebody else, like we saw with some comedians late in the last year, get attacked on stage? It's like, geez, these people. What's next? What's next in the soap opera?
And I'm sure that the singer was Arnel Pineda. I'm sure he's just just trying to keep the peace. Just trying to you guys do, let's make it out on stage at least that far. But yeah, we'll see. I bet Jonathan Cain doesn't even do the tour. But if he's half owner of the band, oh man, this is so dysfunctional. It's unbelievable. We'll see what happens.
It's great. I can't wait. And making a lot of stink all over the interweb is Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone, they put out their 200 greatest singers or whatever it was.
Yeah. Whenever they put out one of these kind of lists from time to time, and it always stirs up some controversy. But I don't put a whole lot of stock into their list. They become more I don't know, politically motivated recently. Let's put it that way.
More than likely, yeah.
But, if you look at the list, it's very heavily, especially on the top of the list, R&B artist. Aretha Franklin's number one. I mean, that's you can't argue with that.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Yeah, but just going into the list a little bit, and there's different people have made comments, but just for me looking at it, some of the artists, the rock artists that stand out, and I don't really see any female rocker. I'm sure Janis Joplin had to be on there somewhere. But John Lennon was the highest at number 12. Freddie Mercury, 14. McCartney, 26. Jagger, 52. Robert Plant, 63. Chris Cornell, 80. And Steve Perry, 82.
Well, wait a while. Let's go back to the top 20 here.
Okay.
They got Bob Dylan on the top 20. Now, this is supposed to be about singing. singers, not poets. No, this is
Yeah.
about people with a quality voice for singing. How many times wind go round? It's like, wait a while. That's not top-notch vocals there. Gosh.
You
Once one
know,
time.
you gotta wonder their criteria sometimes. And the one I heard they're making a big stink about Celine Dion not being on the
Not
list,
even on the 200, the top
which you got to
200.
think. I mean, yeah, she had the voice of an angel, man, but not my type of
Unbelievable.
music, but nonetheless, I mean, she's got a fabulous voice, I mean, and yeah, Bob Dylan was in the top 20. I thought he was like 25 or something, but yeah, we're up there quite a bit.
Oh,
And
man.
yeah, after criteria is, I don't know, did he really? I guess he kind of changed, vocalization styles and stuff.
How does it
But,
feel to
but
be out on your own? What he say? With no direction home. Wow, that guy's a top-notch vocalist.
yeah,
Life is complete unknown. Damn, I understand him
I
well.
don't,
Like a rolling stone.
yeah, I don't think they had Tom Waits on there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Oh gosh. Oh,
for,
what about the sweetheart? Oh gosh, what's it? Oh, we'll see. I got to. I didn't check out past the top 20 because I just ain't got the time for that. But oh yeah, there's a lot
yeah,
of.
Ozzy. But as far as like metal artists, I guess that Ozzy at 112. Which I guess Gene Simmons had some comments about that. He thought he should have been higher ranked. And then, like we always talk about, these things are just so subjective. But,
Frank Sinatra at 19th. If Frank was alive, he'd be sending some guys over to Jan Werner's
yep,
house.
yep.
Give
He'd
him
be
a
breaking
visit.
some thumbs. Yeah,
Remind him. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
cracking some knees, man.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Frank's 19, huh? Yeah, you think so? Oh boy, Elvis, of course, 17th.
I got
think
chunks of
Elvis.
guys like you in my stool.
That was a great bit. Yeah, Elvis could be a little bit higher, I think, but you're right. A lot of R&B on the top.
Yeah,
10. You really can't
former
complain.
Megadeth guitarist Marty Friedman went on a tear that
Oh boy.
Bob Dylan was over Elvis. I guess he's a huge Elvis fan, like owns all 180 albums or whatever he's got and all that stuff. But
Wow.
it was just really took offense to the fact that Bob Dylan was ranked higher than Elvis, which can't argue there.
Yeah, a lot of people may not know Marty Friedman. He's a former Megadeth guitarist and a mega shredder. He's one of them guys who's just ridiculous. A ridiculously good
and lives in Japan now.
Holy cow.
Yeah, he went over there, on tour and just kind of fell in love with the culture and everything. And
probably got a wife.
They love his music, and he's just
Who Flung Poo, his wife. She's a lovely lass.
Stop.
Oh, I know. But yeah, he is pissed, man, that Dylan made the list above Presley. Yeah, good grief. Dylan isn't a vocalist, he can barely speak. But that's, like I say, I think a lot of times they do this just to stir up the controversy,
Yeah.
Just
well, other metal people, Halford, they got Halford. He represented 129. Axl's at 134. Ronnie James Dio at 165. My boy Iggy Pop at 176. Again, Iggy is not a great vocalist, man.
Yeah.
Great front man, great.
He may be better than Bob Dylan, though. Bob Dylan. Why did somebody feel they had to put Dylan in there? He shouldn't even be on this at all. And if you're talking about a vocalist, a singer, the quality of the voice and shit, maybe 201. But Dylan, God.
Yeah, it seems like they're putting other aspects in there, like you said, songwriter, or I don't know, stylist, or I don't know, performer, or
stylist. I like that. Vocal stylist.
But Bob Seger 181, and rounding out 200 199 is our boy Glenn Danzig. They got Glenn Danzig at 199.
Mother, don't tell your children not to walk my way. Yeah.
Probably more on his stuff with the Misfits, probably, but nonetheless, it's Glenn
good
Danzig.
Good riddance to them all. Eddie Vedder humiliated. Oh, that sucks. How can you do that to Eddie?
Yeah, he feels, I guess, or somebody feels that he should be humiliated coming in at 105, which, I mean, really think about it. Eddie Vedder, I mean, yeah, I'm sure there are 104 better vocalists out there than Eddie Vedder, at least. I would think that 105 ranking is probably a little generous for Eddie on that one. So I don't think they should be crying too much. But
boy, oh
yeah,
boy.
like you said, they always have these lists come out, and you know everybody
Yeah,
puts in their
yeah,
two cents on
somebody's
them.
opinion.
Yeah.
Good riddance. Simmons, yeah, he's all pissed. It's the whole lot of them are pissed off.
Yeah.
More power to
I'm
them.
sure anybody you ask about is going to have an opinion on it and think, their guy should be higher or their gal should be higher. But, you know,
Sorry. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Another thing came out this week, which it's pretty cool. Hey, I've been slacking here. Let me put up something. Where are we here? Oh, there he is. There he is, D. Schneider. You like that? I found the best picture I could, man. That's the best I could do right there. That a boy, D. You're
that
looking
looks
good.
really early. That looks way early days. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wanted to get him when he was in his prime, and that's
Yeah.
what it looks like when he was in his prime. He made some comments somewhere or other. I can't even remember where on like Ronnie James Dio and Plant. Weren't real good frontmen. They were great vocalists, but they really weren't frontmen, and that's caused quite a stir with a lot of people. And I myself, I sort of see his point, quite honestly.
I totally agree with him. Totally agree with him. Just like
Yeah,
we're talking about with that list, it totally ties in with it. You know, what between vocalist and, front man and all the other things that go into performing.
yeah, and they're performing and singing. Well, David Lee Roth is the prime example. He was the best frontman. Period. I mean, there was nobody better. And people might say, "Oh no, Freddie Mercury was a better frontman." No, but Freddie Mercury was a frontman and a vocalist. He had voice of an angel, for Christ's sake.
Yeah,
David Lee
forget the whole
Roth, he just
package,
ran
but-
around, kick his leg up and do like go to the end of the stage, sing another half of the line, and then scream the rest of the time. But in terms of frontman, there was nobody that could touch him. He was just amazing. I got to see him back in like '78 with the Sabbath tour, back in his real prime, and oh my gosh, these guys were insane. But Robert Plant, guys like that, yeah, they are frontmen because I don't their vocalists.
Yeah, I don't know where he made that statement.
They command such a presence. And that's basically what a front man is supposed to do, is just command the stage and the presence. Yeah, they don't run back and forth and all that stuff. Ronnie James Dio especially, he did a lot of just standing there, but his presence, a little guy who's 4'3" and he's just screaming at it. It's just really cool. So,
To me, bringing up Dio especially brings up a comparison to me. I saw it was the Dio version of Black Sabbath that they were touring, known as Heaven and Hell, and opening up was Alice Cooper, our boy Alice Cooper, and then Queensryche, which we'll get into a little bit here. We'll hear from them in a little bit, but nonetheless, after seeing Queensryche did their thing, it was still when they had Jeff Tate. And then Alice came out and he's Alice Cooper, man. It's fucking put on a hell of a show. Mm-hmm. And then Sabbath came out with Dio. The Heaven and Hell thing came out, and it was a little underwhelming, man. I gotta say, Dio's a great vocalist, and he belts it out and puts it out, but yeah, as far as the stage presence, not the best, man. Not the best.
Yeah.
Especially coming after seeing Alice Cooper, which totally takes
all over
the
the place, doing all sorts of whatever.
Just gives you tons to look at and tons to hey, what's going on here now, and think about. And, and here it comes where you're just basically just listening to the music, which is fine. And that's
it's nice to have
get in and of itself is fine, but yeah. But I totally get what D's saying. Man.
David Lee in his prime, though. Oh, it was just insane. So damn. And of course, when you got the musicians behind you, the like mind-blowing guitarist of all time almost. And you're the pomp and circumstance lead singer. I mean, what a band. Jeez.
Yeah. Just to get to be the icing on that cake. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh gosh. So yeah. But he's sort of right. A lot of people bitching, and
The
Todd.
current,
Who was it? Who was it?
he's
Todd.
he's the current singer of Queensryche, Todd De La Torre. De La Torre. I'm not sure how to pronounce the full last
Close
name
enough.
there. But yeah, he's been with them for a little while now. But yeah, to me, Queensryche always be with Jeff Tate. But anyway, he's kind of telling Dee Snider, hey, who cares? You know, they don't go around twirling mic stands and jumping around. They're Robert Plant and Geo, but I got to side with the Dee Snider on this one, man. You know, I mean,
And then he answers him. He answers his tweet, and all he says is, "Who?" So boom, he's sort of, well, who are you? Who? Yeah. So
well, he made the rebuttal, I suppose, and then Blabbermouth, one of our favorite sources,
yes.
came out, and kind of the way they put the headline was that De La Torre was kind of upset with Dee Snider over it, and then De La Torre made the statement against Blabbermouth. Hey, that's kind of a misleading headline. That's not exactly how I put it. I love Dee Snider, and I totally get his point too. But I'm just, so yeah, it kind of stirred up a little bit of the controversy pot there. But
Getting her name in the news.
Yeah.
Name in the news.
Yeah. Why not?
And also coming up, apparently, Rolling Stone is going to be hosting a special merit award ceremony in February ahead of the Grammys to honor the recipients of this year's Lifetime Achievement Awards.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting list, I must say. The Supremes, of course, geez. Give me a break. They should.
How are they not already?
Exactly. Honestly, they should have every award ever put out there in terms of music at this point. Nirvana.
I mean, what's happened in the last? I mean, see Nirvana. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Usually, maybe it's like the Hall of Fame where they have a time limit on these kind of things, 25 years or whatever. So you see Nirvana, that probably times out about right. But yeah, Supremes. What's happened in the last 30 years that's made you suddenly realize the Supremes are one of the greatest vocal acts of all time? I mean, what?
Bingo. Yeah. Niles Rodgers. Great producer.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Slick Rick.
Early rap guy.
Okay, all
whatever.
Right. Yeah. Ma Rainey.
We've talked about Ma Rainey. Yeah.
Have we? Okay.
Not much, but
Bobby McFerrin. Well, he had one hit. I don't know. That sort of surprises me. Bobby McFerrin. Maybe he's done more stuff I don't know about. Probably.
Yeah, kind of in the jazz world, he's kind of known, but nonetheless, man, Bob, whatever.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Whatever, man.
And then, of course, Heart members Ann Wilson and Nancy Wilson. There you go. Can't argue that.
No, I can't argue that one. Yeah, they should be honored as well. So I wonder. Remember, we reported a while back that they're not so much on speaking terms. Remember?
Well, they're both doing their own thing too.
Yeah, they're both going out with their own version of a Heart, and
right.
So, we'll see. Maybe this will kind of bring them back together, or maybe something will spark out of that. But
yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't put the forward on.
I recently saw. Speaking of Ann and Nancy in awards. If you remember, I don't know if you've ever seen this performance where they did a Stairway to Heaven in front of Zeppelin at their Kennedy Honors.
I have not seen it, but everybody's crying and shit.
Robert Plant's come out where it said, it was
best version ever.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty damn good. I will say, yeah.
I never watched. When they start talking about people crying, it's like, give me a break, damn it. Give me a break.
That's not what I want out of my Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, yeah. But there you go. So there's the Grammys there. Anyway,
Speaking of other awards,
Iron Maiden awards, yes. Oh boy, they gotta be pumped about this. Iron Maiden is going to be the latest band to be celebrated by Royal Mail with a set of their own stamps. Oh my gosh.
Yes, in the UK, they're going to have their own stamps. They're
so exciting.
They're the fifth British band to do so, following the Beatles, were the first in 2007.
The Beatles, yeah.
And the Beatles. And then they had the Rolling Stones, and then Queen, and Stones were just this recently, but in between they had Queen and Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
and now Iron,
Pink Floyd 2016.
yeah, so now Iron Maiden joins that group, which no Zeppelin, no Who, no,
Really?
I don't
Well,
know
here we
again
go.
what the criteria is, but
Here's what it's going to be. The British metal legends have been honored. Put a U in that honored because it is British with 12 new quote special stamps, 8 of which feature all current members of the band, and 4 of which pay homage to the band's mascot, Eddie.
excellent.
Oh, jeez. What about their
That's what I
old
was
bass
thinking.
player?
I'm sure they'll make some interesting stamps for sure. I mean, they definitely have the imagery and and that kind of cool stuff.
Well,
So
their old bass player's got to feel let out. The one they just let go because he's hitting on an 18-year-old
you
girl.
keep getting that mixed up. That's a dude from Megadeth, man.
Is it?
Yes, you got that mixed up
I get
before.
them both mixed up.
That was a dude from Megadeth, man.
Hey,
Steve
man,
Harris is
I'm a
not.
geezer. I've got,
Steve Harris
brain
has
farts.
no sexual misgivings, or he's all good.
Oh,
It's
well, so
Dan
there they
Ellefson
go.
of Megadeth. Yeah,
You're right. They're the 5th one in London, and I don't get it, but whatever. Oh boy, they got Dave Murray, Adrian Smith, Janet Gears, lead singer Bruce Dickinson, Nico McBrain, Steve Harris. That ought to be interesting. We get Elvis, and they
former
get metal.
members Clive Burr and Paul Diano
They get
probably
metal.
will
They
not
get
make an
metal
appearance.
people in
Yeah,
their stamps, and we get Elvis. And Lord knows what else.
yeah, we'll
Jeez.
get yeah.
Hot damn, baby. Oh man. Well, good for them. It keeps them out of trouble. Hopefully they'll come by. It'd be nice to see them stop by the old
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. They usually play bigger. They usually play like United Center or something. But
yeah.
yeah.
We can always hope though. Jeez. Oh
Oh, for
man.
sure. Yeah, they're on my short list, man.
Come on. Yeah, come on. Let's get the schedule going here for sure. It's time. Oh, this is funny. Rammstein. Rammsteinstein, whoever. I don't know. I don't quite get their
Du
music.
hast.
Yeah, that song drives me nuts. I'm sorry, but Till Lindemann, the lead singer, they put
That's a pretty cool name. Just kind of rolls off the tongue. Till Lindemann.
Well, they've been around a while, and they're
Sounds like a used car salesman.
very industrial metal. So, but they put up a statue of him in the city of Rostock, Germany, near the neighborhood of Evershagen, where the Rammstein frontman grew up in honor of his 60th birthday.
They have great wurst there. Great knockwurst. I don't know.
Knockwurst. Oh boy. But and so they put this great, like a life-size bronze statue up of him in there. And what happened on the first night? Somebody stole it. Yeah, somebody stole the statue on the first night. So
they should have had like, I don't know, sparks coming out of his ass or something, some kind of theft deterrent. As far as that goes,
smart, they'd have a one of the tracking device inside of it, that they could engage and then find out where it is. But I'm sure they didn't do that. But
no, I was just thinking, isn't that like always a big part of their show? Is just like sparks and flames and everything shooting out everywhere. They could have just done that. But apparently, they had a rapper that came out of that same neighborhood. And 3.5 years ago, they put up a statue to him. What's this guy's name? Martyria, I suppose. That's how you pronounce it. But same thing happened. They put it up, and then a day later came down. So apparently, not too cool to put up statues in this neighborhood of their local heroes.
Geez. Well, let's hope.
Which, quite honestly,
tracker.
too, I don't know what a German rapper would sound like, but that's got to be one of the hardest freaking jobs, man. That's such a unpleasant language. I don't know. Some people.
How do you not sound like Hitler? They're
exactly.
out there screaming and hollering, rap.
Yeah.
That's the problem with rap. Yeah, screaming and hollering. Yeah, that's all we need is screaming and hollering in German.
Yeah, there's a lot of hard consonants, a lot of hard K's and N's and stuff. And
Octoliebe.
Yeah, Ich liebe is like I love you. Even sounds like like they're yelling at you.
Like put your hands up against the wall. Yeah, jeez. Well, good luck. Good luck with that. gosh.
Well, I guess that was for Till's 60th birthday. So Till's already 60, but
Oh boy.
you know,
Yeah. Yep.
Rammstein will keep marching on, I guess.
Yeah, they came by. They came by. They played Wrigley Field, I think,
Play
last
Soldier
summer.
Field.
Was
They
it
play
Soldier?
Soldier Field,
My
dude.
son
Yes.
went there. Yeah, my
I
son
know
was
that blew
there.
my mind that they could pack that place, but they did.
Yeah, jeez. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. Boom. Oh, boy, that brings back memories right there.
Oh yeah, first album. Yeah.
Rush's first album. Boy, oh boy, that was the coolest thing, man. Wow, yeah, that hit like a ton of bricks. Hurt. That was all over the radios in the Chicago area, especially Working Man. You know
Working
that
Man, yeah.
just boom blew everybody away. But apparently, there's going to be a tribute concert to Neil Peart.
It was. It was just this past
it was?
Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Anthrax bassist Frame Pello. Just a whole bunch. Mike Portnoy, which the Dream Theater ex drummer, and the Winery Dogs. When they come back around, we got to see them.
Yeah, I can see them playing.
last
Yeah,
time.
yeah. That's Billy Sheehan and Richie Kotzen, I believe. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
trio
top
that
notch.
came together.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But yeah, they came together and did a tribute of Rush covers and whatnot. And
well, they started off. It's with the premier Rush tribute band called Why Not, which is obviously a play on the title, the YYZ Rush album, which is, you know why it's YYZ? You know what that's a reference to?
I'm sure I've heard it, but I forgot it.
It's the code for the airport in Toronto. You know, like
okay,
LAX is LA or whatever. So
right.
YYZ
ORD is
O'Hara,
O'Hare in Chicago. Yeah,
I guess YYZ has been like, you know, coming home. So
okay,
that's what they did that. But so I guess they're the main part, or were. It already happened Saturday, but they were the main part of the show, and then plenty of other people kind of joined in. So yeah,
good for
this is on the second anniversary of Neil Peart's death. So Neil Peart. Don't want to upset the Rush fans out there. Neil Peart. Yeah, it's on the anniversary of his death just 2 years ago. So 2 years already.
Yep, I heard that. Yeah.
So and it was in Glenside, Pennsylvania, which I can't figure out the tie-in there.
Yeah, what's up with that?
No, but nonetheless, that's where they had it.
I'll be darned. Oh, okay, and you gotta wonder about Getty and
Alex.
Alex, you know, they I'm sure they can't sit still for long. I don't know. If I was, why, I don't think too many people would be pissed off if they was to grab a drummer and head on out and start playing again. I can't see people being too damn pissed off.
Yeah, just don't call it Rush, just, it's a new project, and,
Well, maybe even not a new project, just, I don't know. It'd be nice to see them out playing.
It's just, it's just such an important part of that band. I mean, not only was he the best drummer in the world, I mean, you got him back there, but he was the lyricist too.
Yes,
he was a big part of that band. So,
but just a shame, people, I'm sure would just be able to love to go see, get a top-notch drummer and go.
Yeah, I regret I never got to see him, man. I just, for one reason or another,
I got lucky. I think I saw him like 3 times, at least 3 times. One time I can't hardly remember, but I do know I was there. The 2 times I do remember, but yeah, it's a shame. They need to go, because boy, look at Pantera, man. You talk about success. People are hungry for that kind of stuff.
Oh my God, they could put something together, and Portnoy would be a good guy to have on drums. That's for sure. I think he'd be.
Because he would be able to do it. A guy like that, yeah. Neil was excellent, but he doesn't play stuff that other great drummers wouldn't be able to do. And
he laid the template, and it's just a matter of doing what he's done.
Ingrained into our brains. So I hope they do something. And of course, Pantera get good. And let's talk about the opposite of what's happening with Pantera. And I really feel bad about this. This really is it's a drag. Let me see. Let me get him up there. Kerry King of Slayer. Slayer, boy, I really see his point on this too. The headline in the website Metal Injection, Kerry King still pissed Slayer retired. says playing live gotten taken away from me. And yes and no. Maybe that Slayer did, but with his reputation and shit, he could whip up a band.
Well, he does. He's got a side project going on, but obviously
he
it's
needs to
not
make
going
it his big project.
Yeah, it's not going to be on the scale of Slayer. I mean, but
well, boy, he could. He could put together a band and do Slayer if he wanted. Like I say, I go back to the Pantera thing.
Yeah, I don't know what the other guys are doing. Dave Lombardo. I guess it's just what's the singer name? Escaping me for a minute. Brain cramp. See, yeah, first time I'm having one.
I'm the king of brain cramps, man.
Oh
You're
God,
wrong guy.
Ah, geez, nonetheless. But yeah, get Dave Lombardo, get him out there, and I don't know. But go ahead.
Well, here's the key thing he says, and it's totally true. He says, "I felt anger. What else?" And here he goes. Says King. The reason I say premature is because my heroes from my childhood are still playing.
Right.
I can still play. I still want to play, but that livelihood got taken away from me. No, you're just going to have to, it's time to move on.
Find other ways.
If he's got the ability legally to play to the songs, I'd put a freaking ass kicking band together. He'll be able to do that.
Oh, absolutely.
And go out and play Slayer and make some of that big freaking money like Pantera is. Man, boy, I'd spend my time down in South America and just roll in the millions. Cripes, the crowds down there are insane for that kind of music. So yeah, he's got a new band and hopefully new album out. And you got new album out, but boy, don't sit back. If the other guys want to, I'm really, he's right though. He's watching his heroes from his childhood out there rocking.
Yeah, Alice Cooper's still out there. Yeah.
No, that doesn't cut it. No. I can't blame him. So he needs to get out there.
I don't know if you saw this. There's another story concerning Kerry King, where he was talking about back in the day when Limp Bizkit was big. Did you see this? Yeah.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah, when Limp Bizkit was big, he said he was ready to quit. If this shit is what's popular, I'm done. That was I'm paraphrasing heavily, but basically that was the message, man. It's like,
here it is. You want to hear the
yeah.
Here it is. I was really jaded for a while back in the late 90s. I couldn't understand why Limp Bizkit was big. It affected me. I didn't want to play music. I thought, if this is the way that music's going, then F this. I hate it. That's why Jeff Henneman wrote so much of our 1998 album, Diabolus in Musica, which is too funky for me. So Limp Bizkit almost calls it. This is effing intense. This is like someone music is one thing, but to loathe the music so much that it gets you to consider ending your own career. Wow. Yeah. So Limp Bizkit, another bad influence, that Limp Bizkit, that Fred Durst guy. There he goes, ruining music for everybody.
Yeah.
Gosh almighty.
He has put his stain on music far too much.
Oh, his stank. Yes.
Stank.
Oh, here we go. Well, I'm not surprised at this, quite honestly. I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Steven Tyler, man, his health must really be going downhill. We talked a show or two ago about how they had to cancel the rest of their Las Vegas internship, if you will, residency, and now he's canceling. His Deuces Are Wild Las Vegas residency because he was ill, and turns out
he's in rehab. He's doing rehab.
Well, it says here he was ill. Yeah, he's ill with rehab.
He's in rehab. Yeah,
but now, he's had to pull out of another charity event, a charity event for his. I think it was for his Janie's Fund or whatever, Power to Love Gala. So obviously he's not getting any better. Wow, he's been at it a long time, man. Talk about a storied history. I can't wait to see the story of that band when eventually it comes out. After they finally call it quits, somebody's going to do a story of their life, and it's just bound to be fascinating with all the
Well,
drugs and crap they
you
do.
talking about the Janie's fund? What exactly? That's like for like what, like runaway girls or something
Yes,
like that.
yes, yes, yeah.
Now here's a
Good
guy
for
who
him.
but I think he's trying to make up for old sins, man. Here's a guy that had like a mother sign over her daughter to him. Basically, he was the guardian of like this 14-year-old or 15-year-old back in the day. He was Ted Nugent did the same. There's a few of them that have done that.
Janie's
We should,
Fund is an organization that aids girls who have dealt with abuse and neglect.
yeah. And
So
here's a
yeah,
guy
trying to
that
cover his ass,
yeah,
CYA.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was 50 years ago. I'm sure growing up and I changed the fire or
Oh,
whatnot. But
50. Yeah, but boy, oh boy. Well, so boy, I'll be surprised if we see him out on another tour. If Aerosmith does another tour, I'll be surprised.
yeah, I'm
They
with
all
you.
gotta be just getting, just tired of
Yeah,
it. You know,
yeah, it's time.
Perry may just peel off and do a few gigs with the Hollywood Vampires or something, and go from there. But
Right. Yeah, he's got that going on. Yeah, right.
yeah,
So yeah, I'm with you on that one, man. I think it's kind of come to the end of the road for those guys, man. They don't need the money.
yep, yeah. Just go with it. Somebody who may have needed the money but may have found a gravy train. I don't know. I don't know how much Slipknot's making financially wise, but Slipknot's Sid Wilson and Kelly Osbourne. She's looking good there. They welcome their first child, so Ozzy's got another grandchild. He's
Yeah,
got a bunch of them too. So he's got one of his kids is real busy. Oh,
Jack's got 4 daughters, so this is his first grandson. So yeah,
wow.
this is his 5th grandchild now, and
Wow.
yeah, she's with Sid Wilson. He's the turntablist with
Oh,
Slipknot, which
brother.
yeah, right away, man, it's just got douche written all over him. But whatever. I don't know. I don't know the guy. I'm just saying. But to
Turntablist.
call yourself a turntablist, yeah, whatever. But yeah, they a new kid, and I guess they didn't really want to make an announcement. Of course, Sharon's got to get on TV and start shooting off her
She's gonna
mouth.
make some money off
Yeah,
that kid
oh yeah.
somehow.
So she's right away, she's on TV bragging about her grandson and everything when they didn't really want that out yet. So she's just such an attention whore, man. She just really is. We've come across that time after time, man. Do something like this, Mom, don't go on TV talking about the baby. Boom, first thing, man.
Yeah, she had the little baby, and I'm gonna
it's wonderful.
new show. I'm gonna use it in my new show. How grandma copes with a new grandbaby in the house. Yeah, she's gonna do something stupid like that.
Yep, good call, man.
Man.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Tension horror.
We're gonna see that. Well, not us because it's a BBC show over there, but they're gonna see that baby grow up on TV for sure, man.
Here is a bizarre. This gives me the creeps. That's probably the guy right here, the Alien Ant Farm singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, geez, something happened, and I tell you, the guy who's pressed the charges, he just walked away, man. Apparently, okay, Alien Ant Farm, they did a remake of Michael Jackson's
Smooth Criminal. Yeah.
Smooth Criminal back in the
early
MTV
2000s
days.
or something.
Yeah, and so they had that going on, but apparently they're still gigging because Alien Ant Farm singer Dryden Mitchell has been charged with battery following a recent concert incident in which the musician appeared to have grabbed a male fan's hand from the audience and pulled it towards his genital area during a live show. Oh boy, what's going on? Jeez,
I'm calling BS on this one. I saw the video, and it very much looks like it kind of looks like that for sure, but it's total incidental contact, I believe. Just kind of one of those things where you're slapping fans' hands out in the crowd, and kind of giving a little handshake kind of thing or whatever, and just kind of the placement of his hand was maybe unfortunate, let's say, but
oh boy,
yeah, I don't see it as I mean, who's gonna do that? Who's gonna stand on stage and grab some guy's hand? Nobody's gonna do that.
Yeah. Oh boy, it was a 45-year-old. It's like, just walk away.
Oh God, he wishes.
Walk away.
he did.
Yeah, he went to the Fort Lauderdale Police Department to levy his claim against the singer. What do you expect to get, jerk? Geez,
Yeah,
maybe
that's what it is.
if he was putting a move on you, you just say, no, 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 no. I'm in for into the gals. I'm into the ladies. You just walk away, you dumbass. Oh gosh almighty. It says initially it stated that the fan reached out his hand initially to hoping to get Mitchell's attention for a picture. The fan told police he decided to file a report at a later date because the incident was not sitting well with him. He did not feel this was proper behavior to do in front of all concert goers.
Geez.
Holy cow, let's get this guy's name.
Man,
Let's get him on the show. Oh, oh man. Let's rip him apart on the show.
I've been to shows and had incidental contact like that so many times, and
oh boy,
both ways, and it's just you just go with the flow and move on, man.
You move on there, absolutely. What in the world? Oh, jeez.
A lot of those incidental contacts probably happened in an Iggy Pop show.
And speaking of rewards and whatnot, I thought we need to bring this up. And Iggy Pop, he turned down the Grammys once, basically saying, I hate those people. They want me to be an exhibit in their museum or something.
Yeah.
But he does not mince words, man.
What we were just talking about earlier with the lifetime honorees, and he was one of them just a couple of years ago, 2020, I think.
Yeah.
And they kept calling him. He just wouldn't answer, man. They just kept calling him. And then finally got him on the phone, and the guy's trying to sell him. He said, well, without you, that we wouldn't have Lil Nas X and Billie Eilish. And I'm thinking, that's who you bring of them? You're gonna blame those people on Iggy Pop? But he doesn't care about those kind of things, and real artists don't, man. It's just that's not what it's about, man.
Oh gosh, he don't care. He don't care. It's funny though, he posted a picture today or something. It just girls telling him, please put a shirt on. You're hideous. Your body is not ripped anymore. It looks like it's just a beaten up old.
But that's part of the package, man. That's part of the Iggy Pop package, man. He's not gonna have a shirt on, man. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. And speaking of Iggy Pop, now this blows my mind. I still can't believe this. Headline. This can't be true. Let me see. What's the headline? Guitar World. This is a Guitar World headline, which just totally blows my mind. It says, Iggy Pop says he was once asked to join AC/DC. Oh, wait, time out.
Yeah.
Back up. Wait a while here. Hang on. What the? Geez. No, maybe even some booing on that. Oh, that's just insane. The Stooges frontman, who felt he wasn't what the band needed, also recalled a wonderful encounter with Bon Scott. So he met up with Bon Scott at some point in their career.
Yeah, they tied one on, sounds like, and yeah.
But
they didn't really remember too much of it other than just Bon was a great guy and they had a good time, man.
What the hell, though? What were they thinking? Gee, I don't get it.
Well, I read the story, and there's some discrepancies along the timeline here, okay? So Iggy said it happened while he was reforming the Stooges, which would have been for the Raw Power album, like 73. And then he said they asked him to take over as lead singer, and he listened to the album and decided, no, I can't fit that bill. But AC/DC didn't have an album out in 73. So, the timeline doesn't really jive up there. So I don't know. I'm guessing this is between Dave Evans and Bon Scott, right? If this is true.
Well, it has to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Bon was still alive. So
I don't. It sounds like, at least I don't, I'm sure, Iggy, I'm sure his memory's a little fuzzy back in those days, but I don't think he's off by 7 years, maybe off a year or two, but
that just sounds crazy.
I don't think it was the Brian Johnson time, but yeah.
No, what the heck? Iggy joining Jeez. Well, we talked about this last week, didn't? Who was wanted to join? Uh,
Oh,
Van
Eddie Van
Halen.
Halen wanted to join Kiss.
Yeah, and who wanted to join Eddie Van? Not Seals and who's the guy with the show on TV? Gosh,
That one guy on that one show.
not Seals and Crofts. Who's the other ones? The two guys. One of them does a show on TV where all the musicians come in and play with him.
Hall and Oates.
Yeah, Hall. Yeah, didn't they want him for Van Halen or something?
Yeah, Daryl Hall.
Yeah,
There we go.
Daryl Hall for Van Halen.
They want Daryl Hall.
What?
It was a long road, but we got there, man. We're pulling in the driveway
shit,
now. We're here.
What the hell? What's with what is God? I can't imagine. Yeah, Daryl Hall replacing David Lee Roth. What the? Oh, God.
There's a lot of, especially with Van Halen. I've heard a lot of people's names mentioned as replacements at that time. Yeah, I've heard punk priestess Patti Smith. Now, see, I got to consider the source on this because I've heard originally it was Patti Smythe, the front woman from Scandal.
Oh, right.
And then now they're saying Patti Smith. So I don't know if maybe somebody's getting their Patti Smiths and Smythes mixed up there, but it's quite possible. Maybe they asked both of them. I don't know.
Wow, but, that would be a weird pairing.
But yeah, and Daryl Hall, yeah, I couldn't imagine Daryl. I mean, you know, Hall and Oates were big at that time, what 84, 85 when Ross split. But yeah, to be front for Van Halen, that's just, yeah. And, you know, I don't know, it's just being such an odd pairing. But yeah, over the years, there's always been and talking about Patti Smith for sure. She the punk priestess, she was asked to join Blue Oyster Cult at one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm sure this was got to be way early on. I bet way early on.
Oh,
so that could have been interesting.
God.
No, but some of them. Oh, you just posted one on our on the Geezers Facebook page where Tony Iommi for a short time was with Jethro Tull.
A real short time in '68. Tull was Black Sabbath was having troubles, and they split momentarily, and during that time, Tony Iommi joined Jethro Tull, and their only proof of that, they've got a video out where they did a TV program over in England, and they played to a.
Was that part of the Stones Rock and Roll Circus?
I don't know if that was.
I'm not 100% on that one. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure. It could be something different, but nonetheless, they lip sync a song, and Tony Iommi didn't even actually play the guitars on that song, but he lip synced through the song, and then shortly after that, Black Sabbath got their shit back together, and boom, he went back in. But on our Facebook page, we've got the proof that Tony Iommi was for a short time in Jethro Tull. So
Anderson hopping around on one leg and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing him on some. I might even have seen him on Dick Clark's American Bandstand, Jethro Tull. I have a feeling. I've seen it. I've seen a lot. I saw.
Isn't that wild? You remember, imagine seeing Jethro Tull on band, but it was like that back then. Yeah,
I saw Jimi Hendrix on Johnny Carson's show with Flip Wilson was guest hosting.
Nice.
And Hendrix blew up his amp right out of the gate. Blew up his amp, so they had to take a commercial break. We'll be right back after we come back and fix his amp. That was so cool.
Flip Wilson.
I saw Blue Cheer. Yeah, on the Mike Douglas show. That was an amazing. I love 3-piece bands, man. I'm such a fan of 3-piece bands. Back then, Blue Cheer, we had Grand Funk, we had Cream, we had the Jimi Hendrix Experience.
Or the Cream. I saw a recent concert poster and they were the Cream, yeah. But
it's so cool. That's why I'm a big fan of Rush, obviously. But back in the '60s, we had a bunch of 3-piece bands that were really making a lot of noise. Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a couple more. Some of these people may know Slash. Slash was almost in Poison.
Instead of
CC DeVille, it was almost Slash, man.
Whoa.
That would not have been a good fit, though. It probably could have worked. It probably would have worked.
It probably could have worked, but yeah, Slash is sort of the opposite with the leather and the dark hair and the hat, and CC's, the white hair spiked up. but it could have worked. But
Yeah, I could see. Remember, that was, I think it was the first album cover where they all were heavily in the lady makeup. I couldn't see Slash like that now. But
no, no,
another one a lot of people may know. Dimebag Darrell was asked to be in a Megadeth,
really.
and he
Oh,
said, "I'll come if my brother Vinny can come along." And they said, "We don't need a drummer," and he said, "Okay, well, too bad."
oh. Well,
So
boy, oh boy,
yeah,
that's still stunning.
history
Still,
could have
still,
changed it for a while.
still mind
Um,
blowing.
going back to some prog guys, our buddy Robert Fripp
Okay.
was asked to be in Yes, which
Holy
that I could
cow.
totally see that. That would be a great fit. I would think.
Wow. That would be something.
Uh,
That would be something. Yeah, is still out of his mind. I hope he comes around this year again. He was around last year, I think.
yeah, you come around.
I hope he comes around because this year I got to try and make an effort to see him. Come
Yeah,
on to Hollywood
that'd be
Casino
cool.
Amphitheater. Jeez.
And here's a Hall of Famer that was asked to be in his old band King Crimson, Elton John. Elton
No
John was asked to be in
kidding.
King Crimson, yeah. So
I'll
you
be
think about these,
darned.
and I'm sure it had to be tempting at the time because it had to be early on in Elton's career. It had to be. So I'm sure it was very tempting for him to join that band. But
That's wild though. Yeah,
you
because
got to stick to your guns and
they really
pursue
don't
your own
have a
career.
keyboardist in the band, so that would have been odd.
Yeah.
Because there's no keyboardist, just
I
guitar,
don't know. Yeah,
all
it's
sorts of
one of
weird
the it.
instruments. And
But
now he's touring with three drummers. They tour with three drummers, King Crimson.
really,
Yeah.
oh, you told me that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you
Yeah,
told me.
I'm sure it's on YouTube, but it works. It works real well. It's King
So you
freaking
said they
Crimson.
kind of cut out and do other stuff and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. They've all got other
So.
things going on too, so it works. But wow,
Here's one. Jeff Beck was asked to be in Pink Floyd. I got to think this is when Sid freaked out and left, and when they got
at that
David
point they're
Gilmour.
looking
Yeah.
right. I'll be
So
darned.
yeah, Jeff Beck, and then finally the last one I'll bring up. There's endless. We're going forever, but one I liked, band that we just saw, Cheetah Chrome's Dead Boys.
Yeah.
At one time, he asked G.G. Allen to be his drummer.
Oh my god, his drummer.
His drummer.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Good old Gigi. How about that?
So
I'll be darned. That is too cool, man.
I would pay to see that show twice over, man. That'd be
How
awesome.
about that? Gigi Allen. Man, and like you said, beginning of the show, that's like half of the news we had available to us. It just things are just popping, man. New concert season's getting ready to explode, and like I say, we haven't gotten our full schedule yet. Hopefully, that'll be coming in before the next show, so we can talk about it. But nonetheless, it'll be coming sooner or later. I'm not worried about it. There's going to be plenty of good music, plenty of good shows coming up. So, thanks again, everybody, for stopping by. Of course, like we don't like to keep bugging you, but if you could do us a favor, and if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please do, and yeah, give a like to some of our videos. We're having a darn good time, and we're going to continue. It's going to be a great summer. Hopefully, some of our friends have got their lawn seats for this summer, because it's going to be a party, man, especially this summer. A real good party. So thanks again, everybody, for stopping by, checking us out, and take us home, Doc.
Yeah, too, I want to give a shout out to our podcast listeners. We don't give them a whole lot of love as we should, but definitely appreciate the folks listening to us on whatever format you get your podcast on, and just spreading the rock and roll geezer community. So yeah, appreciate everybody that's been taking the ride with us so far. We will do this all again next week, and until then, have a great rock and roll filled week.